Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys.
Shout out to Boy Band Break.
It's Chris Kirkpatrick here. Shout out to your podcast, Boy Band Break.
Everybody, this is Howie D, and I'm listening to Boy Band Break.
Hi, Ashley Parker Angel here. Huge shout out to the Boy Band Break podcast.
This is Brad from LFO, and you are listening to Boy Band Break.
Hey, what's up? This is Jacob.
What's up? It's Dan.
What's up? It's Trevor.
And it's Eric Michael, and it's time for Boy Band Break, baby. Let's go!
Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, I'm Cinzia.
I'm Sophia, and welcome back.
And it is, if we have uploaded this in the correct time frame, this is the week of New Year's. So, yes.
Can you believe how fast the year has gone, Cinzia? It
2025.
feels like yesterday we were just at a Nick Carter concert.
That's true. That was a really good Nick Carter concert. I enjoyed that.
It really was.
I feel like, especially since we hadn't seen any Backstreet Boys members this year that I can remember. I don't think so, because we definitely didn't go to the Sphere because we had no money, honey.
It is now much more expensive than it was when they first came out with those shows.
Should have just done it back then. I don't know why we didn't. But.
And now they're going to Germany for 9 shows.
That is true.
So if they're going in terms of who discovered them, they're clearly going backwards because the U.S. did not discover them first.
Well, maybe they'll just Germany was first, and then I feel like we got Canada in there.
I hope that there will be some shows in Toronto, Montreal, because I feel like those 2 cities were pretty big in getting them out there and popular. So fingers crossed, we can do some residencies over here in the part of Canada.
Yes, that would be fabulous. I don't know if it's going to happen.
If not,
but, we got to manifest.
Then it's going to be a little even longer that we see the whole group together because it's been 3 years since Canada Day Long Weekend 2022.
That is crazy. Yep. Well, Backstreet Boys Into the Millennium at the Sphere is back this week or last week, whenever you listen to this. So they started December 26th, 27th, 28th, 30, and 31. So they will be there for New Year's. And that show is later, so it will end after midnight, ball drop type thing. Then they're doing January 2nd and 3rd. And then February 5th, 6th, 7th, 11th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. And I think that's the end of the Sphere for now.
Yes. For now, that is the end. And then they added the Germany ones when they did that little AJ boat skit thing.
Yes. So they're not doing any after parties or meet and greets for December or January. Most likely not for February too, but they haven't announced that yet. Howie is doing a late night Howie thing. I don't know if we talked about that in our last episode or not.
I think we did.
But yes, so he's doing a little Howito is doing his thing. So that's on January 3rd, I believe.
Yes.
And so if you want to check that out. And then, yes, as Sophia said, they had the nice little teasing, and then AJ was in a boat, and then things were happening. And there was it said something for Germany, and people were oh, they're going to Germany. And people they're not going to Germany, blah, blah, blah. And then it became a fight, as it always does. And then the announcement came out, and they're going to Germany. So it is Into the Millennium Homecoming live in Germany. They did add some additional dates. I don't know if they're going to continue to add dates, but this is what they have so far. So September of 2026, 25th, 26th, 27th, 29th, and 30th. And then October 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 6th. And they will be at a place I cannot pronounce. I apologize in advance. Merkerspiel Arena in Dusseldorf. So that is where they will be. It's a pretty big
Lots
arena.
of popular demand. See, people want to see them.
People want to see them. It is a pretty big arena. I feel like when I looked it up, it's an outdoor stadium, I believe. And I believe it's 50,000 people, but I could be wrong. Wonder if it'll show. But yeah, they're doing the whole Vibey travel pack. Oh, it's not sharing this tab. Sorry. Vibey travel packages and things like that.
Yeah.
So you can purchase those. If you're just looking for tickets, let's see what I don't know how to read. Share this tab instead. Yeah, so it's basically mostly sold out. It definitely looks like it'll have a main stage and then a catwalk and then oh my god, what is this shape? 1, 2, 3, 5 pentagon size? Is that 5?
Yeah,
size?
pentagon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so they have Golden Circle, they have BSB Air Millennium Lounge, whatever that is. Yeah, and then it's just kind of like seats all around.
I believe it's a lounge, like when we did VIP in the when we went to
Ottawa?
Vegas previous for the residency.
Okay. Yep.
There was or maybe it was Boston. Anyways, they had it was like a lounge. They had little foods and stuff, snacks.
Did we have that? Oh, you mean the VIP before? Yes.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of similar.
Yes. So if you want to do that, right now there's not really a ton of tickets. 350 euros, 192 euros, things like that. So yeah, so there's that. And if you want the Vibey packages, which I believe include hotel, and
yes,
actually let's check what it says. Oh, this was the other interesting point that they have brought up. And it said, okay, so let me read this. So it says, responding once again to overwhelming global demand, the Backstreet Boys, one of the most iconic and best-selling bands of all time, have added a 9th show on October 6th to the residency in Dusseldorf, Germany, beginning September 25th. The Into the Millennium Homecoming live in Germany performances will be the band's only European shows of 2026. Okay? So a lot of people are like, oh, maybe they'll add other countries since they're in Germany. No, it's only, this is the allegedly the only 6 shows. So, and it marks a special return to the country that gave them their first ever, I'm not even showing this page. I'm so sorry, guys. It marks a special return to the country that gave them their first ever platinum record with I'll Never Break Your Heart, a country they called home 30 years ago. Get priority boarding on BSB Air with access to the best tickets plus 2-night stay at a curated selection of the finest hotels, only with official Vibey concert and hotel packages on sale now. Go first class with a VIP package and you'll get elite perks available nowhere else. It's the ultimate party you can't miss. Pack your bags and get ready to fly with BSB Air as we head off into the millennium. Okay, so here are what their packages are in Germany.
Oh, and for Vegas, because they're coming back, or they have already been back as this episode airs, they did have on their social that they were in BSB Air. And then that's when they also shared the merch that was $240.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Which was a hoodie.
Yes. Let me see if I can... Yeah, they were kind of hanging out in lounges. Oh, I was in a Facebook group that had it. Hold on one sec. Backstreet Boys.
I think because it's a collaboration with Aviation Nation. I think that's what the name of the company is. I think that's why it's $240.
I have no idea. So this lovely person, Lindsay Lopez, says that she works at the Venetian and she's checked out. So I'm just going to show you what currently is there in Backstreet Boy Land. In Backstreet Boy Land in Las Vegas. That is what is happening at their merch store here. So they have this tie-dye hoodie, and it's $240. And I'm thinking, oh, it has pants, so maybe it's for the whole suit. No, because the pants are $175. $175 for this hoodie and $150 for the pants. $50 for this bag. $40 for this bag. $30 for I don't know what this is. A clear bag?
Oh, it's a clear bag, so you can get into the venue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because a lot of venues make you have clear bags now. Looks like there's some socks. There's this jacket, which again, it's like a bomber style jacket, but it's $300, which I guess is not terrible for that type of a jacket. I would never pay it. This random sweatshirt is $240, and I don't understand why. These t-shirts are $150, and I was like, since when are t-shirts that much? Like, I don't. So I don't know if it's a collab with some other people.
Yeah, I feel like it's a collab with this company. I think I saw the title Aviation Nation. I could be wrong that I read
There's
it wrong.
some sort of sign on the wall that is autographed. Like, so I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of collab, and that's why. But that's kind of insane.
But I did see like some of the other T-shirts there. There was like $50, $55. So maybe that's
so there's
why.
like a baseball inspired one. It's $100. Crop tops are $80. $75 for this one. $50. So yeah, so these other ones are more like realistic concert shirt prices. So like $40 and $55 for these guys. Yeah, so $55 seems to be kind of like the main. Did I just click out of it, or did I reach the end? I don't know. Hold on one second. Yeah, some more t-shirts. Okay, are these CDs? This part also kind of like, it looks like
these are CDs.
$40.
Yeah.
$40 for a CD? Or is this an actual like album? Because it says $40 and $50. So if it's like an album, like the record, then it makes a little more sense because I know those are more pricey. If this is a CD, I'd be like, are you insane? For
I think it's a CD. I think before they sold them too. In the previous shows, they sold.
Never mind. Somebody asked, "Are these CDs $40?" And she replied, "They're vinyl records." Okay.
Oh, vinyl. Why does it look like CDs?
Because I feel like it's taken like far away, so they look smaller. Okay, that's a little more not insane, but still.
Yeah, that makes more sense because I saw. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, because I feel like the CDs I saw like previous show was like $20.
Yeah, 20, 25.
Yeah.
Something like that. Right. They seem to have a jean jacket that's like very distressed looking, $150. There's what does the back look like? Shows kind of a thing, just a plain back on that one. So it just has some buttons on it. There's a tree that has Backstreet Boys hat on the top and things. These I think are called Spirit jerseys. These ones, so they're $130. So they have like the little logo, and then it has the thing across the arm and back. Another hoodie, $120. They got some mugs and cups and socks. Dice for $30. Like a neck pillow for $30. $15. I don't know if that might be a keychain. $35 for hats. Keychain. That's actually kind of a cute keychain, and that's not bad. $15.
Yeah, I'm glad it's back because when I looked online, it sold out from there.
Is this the luggage tag? Is that what it is? Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, and there's the other side of it. So it's like a travel luggage tag. Okay. Looks like they got some pins for $15.
The buttons, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. Some other pins, $10 for some keychains and things.
Oh, there's
$20. This was the keychain that people wanted, I think.
Yeah, it was really popular. So hopefully they put it back online because I would like to get it.
Yeah,
I missed out on it.
Oh, they got some ornaments for $10. Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
So that's the merch that they have right now. At the store. It's the terminal. I believe it's set up at the Venetian Hotel.
Yes.
So I think that's where it is. So yeah. So
I think that's why it's popular to get the Vibe package because the Venetian is like right there.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. So that's the difference with Vegas because it's like the hotel is connected to the Sphere, I believe.
Yes.
But
or like they have like a path that's close to it. Like the path can go to the Sphere.
but apparently at night they close it down on the way back or something. I don't know. I'm very confused.
Because I remember like some people who had the Venetian had the view of the Sphere.
Yeah,
through their window. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I hear it's an amazing show. So if you can get out there,
people were saying like now when they do the concerts, it's going to be hard to top that.
Go back to like a regular.
Yeah, because it's like so amazing.
Because it's like this thing is surrounding you, and it's all the sound and the moving and all that.
Yeah, stuff. It's amazing visuals and like the things that they did with the sound and then the visuals and the songs. Like it really adds to the presentation of the concert.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I hear that you don't have to have good seats for it. It's actually better if you're further up so you can get a better view of things. Whereas some people,
people have said that if you go to the other sections, like section 100, section 200, up there, it's usually much better because you can see you can take in the whole experience.
Right, exactly.
But most people say even if you're in the GA, you can still get the experience. You just don't get the whole thing.
Yes.
I think most people just want to have like some interactions with the boys, even though they're not close. Like you can't really like get them. They can't really like high five you or anything like that.
Yeah, because of the way it's
so.
Interesting. Well, be interesting to see how so I guess the Germany one's more of like a traditional venue, so it should be a bit more like people are used to. Okay, so let's see what we get in packages.
So maybe that's why they wouldn't be able to do it in Canada if like they're not able to do a show in Canada. I don't know.
Well, you know,
do we have a venue
if we do Rogers Stadium or something, the new one.
Oh my God. You know how hard it is to get over there?
Yes, I do. It's awful. It is horrible to get over there. Horrible. Really
I guess they could do Rogers Center, but it's not 50,000 people anymore. I think it's like 44,000 because they renovated the stadium.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so if we
back to Germany
lottery and decide that we're going to fly to Germany and get this package, here's what is included in this package: a ticket to the BSB Air Millennium Lounge near the B stage, which is standing. Okay, so that's where that is. 2-night stay in one of the BSB rooms at the Dusseldorf. Hold on. Let me read this again. 2-night stay in one of 2 special BSB curated deluxe rooms at 25 hours Das Tor Dusseldorf, Vibe's homecoming fan headquarters. A welcome letter signed by the Backstreet Boys. Hopefully it's like hand signed and not just like photocopied. Priority boarding, early concert entrance, first class priority access to the Backstreet Boys fan pop-up experience and merch store, curated VIP gifting kit with limited edition BSB Air merchandise exclusively available to Vibey guests, 1 drink voucher for the lounge bar on the floor featuring themed cocktails inspired by each Backstreet Boy. Don't get all 5 though, because that'll be a lot. Guaranteed entry to the Vibey homecoming event the night before the concert, plus BSB Air Platinum Class boarding pass, VIB laminate and lanyard, and a concierge. And that starts at 1,680 euros per person, which is approximately 3,000-ish Canadian per person. So
basically, please come to Canada, Backstreet Boys.
Legit, seriously. They also have a diamond VIP section, which is first 6 rows. You also get a bunch of other crap, less obviously, but that one is more cost effective. It starts at 900 euros per person, and then just a concert and hotel is 710 euros per person. So a lot of options. There's some cheaper ones at like the cheaper hotels, I guess. Okay, so I guess the cheapest one you can get is 465 euros per person. So, whatever. Enjoy.
But maybe because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
To
and you're
go
there anyways.
You
Why
would
not?
do you would do this kind of package.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But also not everyone is made of money. But if you save up, maybe.
Yeah.
Put it toward something.
You know, like, because a lot of times they didn't go, if they're not flying to North America or wherever for the shows, maybe people have saved up a bunch of money and that's what they want to do. And I think it'll be a fun experience. And if I had money, I would definitely do it. But I do not, so I'm not. But Godspeed, enjoy. Everyone is entitled to having a good time. And
hopefully everyone has a great time. I would love to see how they do this one. Will it be a different? It might be different because obviously they're not going to have that board behind them.
Yeah. So I think it'll just be the same, except not as much video stuff, I guess.
Probably.
But what's interesting, though, is that between February 15th, which is their last current show in Vegas, and September 25th, which is the first show in Germany, there's really not a lot going on there. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So like 6 or 7 months that that they could be doing other things or solo because AJ was thinking
AJ and Nick are doing 90s con still, so that's good. Fingers crossed they don't
I feel like last time we promoted a convention they didn't, but I digress.
Yeah. Well, that's Nick for you, right? Like he was I think he was like promoted that he will be there, and then the week later he was like, I canceled. Oh my god, it was so funny.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm shocked that Dominic has not fired him as a client yet, but
I think because he makes a lot of money for him.
Yeah.
Probably. And I feel like they're like friends. Maybe they're kind of like family now because they've been together for a while.
Yeah.
So I feel like because of that personal relationship, he's not going to fire him.
It's all good. Okay. So so we could be getting additional things from because AJ had also said that him and Joey were going to do some more Legendary Night stuff, but also Joey is doing some Broadway stuff. So who knows? We'll see how it goes.
And AJ has officially released 6 songs from his EP.
Yes.
And January 9th will be the rest of the album. And then on his IG story, which is gone now, he said something is coming up that he can't wait to share with us. So I'm not too sure what that is. Not too sure if I don't think he said it yet, but I think it's coming, something big. I don't know. So I feel like
there's a lot of
things that something is big, it's not really big.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna,
we also didn't think that lower expectations.
Right. So we're just gonna lower the expectations, and we're gonna hope that it happens. Hopefully, it's a solo tour.
That would be nice. Yeah, for sure.
And please come to Toronto because Niagara Falls is not in Toronto.
Yes, that is correct. That is very true. It is not. It is a drive. So, so far, because on November 27th, I believe we had mentioned it, but we haven't actually gone through the thing. But AJ released the first 6 songs on Hi, My Name is Alex. So Can't Love You Anymore. Such a good song.
It's a very high beat song, a beat song. It's really good. I really enjoyed that one. I listened to the EP like nonstop for like the good few weeks because the songs were really good. And I feel like my first 3 listens, I enjoyed these 3 songs, were 3 of my favorites from this album. And then when I listened again this morning, I was like, yeah, it's still the same 3 favorites.
Nice. So Can't Love You Anymore, Thinking About Us, YOU, What You Know About That, Arizona, and The One That Got Away. So those are the first ones. This new album's coming out on the 9th, so I think we're going to wait until the whole album is out and then do a full album review. Today is the 9th anyways. Is that
Yes, because like we were thinking of doing part 1, part 2, but I think it's better to just do it all together. And
yeah, we'll just do it all together because right now it's only like you only have to wait a week, and then the 9th is a Friday, so then we'll have it ready for that Sunday. So on the 11th, assuming that nothing goes awry and we're all good to go. But I have faith in AJ. I have Alex. I have faith in him that things are coming out. So yeah.
I have to get used to calling him Alex because I've only known him as AJ for 29 years of me following this band. So.
And it's funny because I feel like before people used to like get offended if you called him Alex because they're like, that's his friends and family name. That's not his persona. So I don't know.
Yes.
Who knows? I don't know. We have totally gone off track.
Okay. No, we got it on track. We're still on the track. We're still on a track. We're talking about year in review. That's part of the review.
That is true.
That's all good.
Okay, so should I go back and figure out what we started at? So I just want to say that our last New Year's one, that is episode 315. It says Happy New Year 2024. So that one, it says, as in tradition, our last episode of the year, we recap our boy band experiences for the previous year. Not a ton of boy band events this year, but we did see a boy band symphony. So that was the one with Jeff Timmons, Chris from NSYNC, and Eric from O-Town in Michigan. We went to
Michigan.
Yes, we saw that. They have also hinted that they're adding some more dates. So hopefully we get some Canadian dates on this, but I don't know. We also saw Nick Carter last year, and I saw AJ and Joey, and then we ended last year by seeing the Pop 2000 tour in Philly, which we were supposed to go with Lydia, but then she had the gallbladder shenanigans and stuff. So that's what we did in 2024. So I think if we want to go and take a look at our episodes from this year and see where we have ended up and what we did, because I feel like we constantly forget what we do. So I know I constantly forget what I do. So I literally just said, Merry Christmas.
You're so funny.
Okay, so I'm going to share our YouTube. So again, if you're not following us on YouTube, give us a subscribe. It's at Boy Band Break. EOI.
How do the podcast people do it? Because we're a professional podcast now. Subscribe, like, comment,
hit that button wherever these buttons are. Just hit things. I don't know. All right. Anyway, so we started off this year with episode 316, recapping Paramount Plus's doc, Larger Than Life, Reign of the Boy Bands. I kind of remember this documentary.
Yes, remember we watched it on our way to Philly.
Oh my God, this is why I have a Paramount Plus subscription that I keep.
That is why you forget that you had a Paramount Plus, yes.
Yeah, so that was a pretty good documentary. Liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I love that I'm looking over at the screen and I'm making the same hand gesture as we are in this video from last year. So that's great. That's classy, Cinzia. That's what I do. Then we did Backstreet Boys Never Gone album review. Yes, because we were like, not a lot of stuff was happening, so we were doing some reviews. So we have the Backstreet Boys Never Gone album review.
Because it was kind of a lull at that time.
Yeah. Looks like we did our first recap updates in January 2025. So let's see what things we talked about in that. Let's see. Let's share this tab instead. So that's episode 318. Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block released a new album called Freedom. Oh my God, I forgot about that. That was this year. Yep. Okay. 90 Degrees had a new single named Got You, which is a great song. I love that song. And the album's release date for Full Circle was supposed to be May 9th. There was some shenanigans with 98 Degrees. Jonas Brothers released a song with Marshmello called Slow Motion. They had to, which was, that's a good song. NSYNC got together at Justin's show without Joey, who was busy debuting on Broadway with Anne Juliet. And AJ for the Backstreet Boys went to go see Joey's show. And then O-Town had announced some tour dates. So that's what we had going on in the January update. So that's what started off our year. Then we had an episode.
Sorry, what year?
2025, this year.
Okay, sorry. Making sure.
Yeah. Then our next one, we did an album review for Joey McIntyre's Freedom album. Then we had another boy band update episode in February. Let's see what kind of shenanigans we got up to in February, if I wrote it. Okay, so I said, as predicted, once we did a boy band update episode a few weeks ago, boy banders decided to make more announcements, which happens every time we do one of these. So in February, we were talking about the O-Town's new VIPs. I believe, isn't this where Dan had that like slumber party or something VIP? And we're just like, what the fuck are you talking? He's like, but we will not be in pajamas or sleeping or doing any of this stuff. We're like, then why did you call it? I fucking love Dan. The Backstreet Boys were getting ready to make an announcement on the Friday, and the Jonas Brothers were spotted in Toronto, not by us. So that's when they were filming the movie that we didn't really know at the time.
Right, the Christmas movie.
The Christmas movie. So that it was February. Okay, and then we had. Sorry, I didn't realize I stopped sharing my screen. Come on back. So then we had the Backstreet Boys were on the Today Show. And this is when they were announcing the Sphere, right?
Yeah.
That all happened this year?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. So yeah, so they...
The first 6 months, there was a lot going on.
There was a lot going on. So they had the Sphere. So then our next episode, we were talking about the announcement. Vegas Millennium 2.0 was also announced that it was going to come out in July of this year. Was it June or July?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that. Okay. Yeah, I think so. So anyway, so then that announcement, all that all happened in February. Then
and it was it was also my birthday month, so that was exciting.
Of course, yes. Sophia turned the big 40.
It was a big milestone birthday. It was very exciting.
You celebrated by getting a photo shoot, and you did a lot of fun things.
Yes, I did a photo shoot, milestone birthday photo shoot, because I thought that was exciting.
Yep.
And you only turn the big 40 once, so why not?
True. Why not? Live it up.
Yes. And then I did a whole bunch of fun things.
Yes, you did. Continuing on. Okay, so then that mentioned, I don't know if it was in this episode, we were just talking about how the Jonas Brothers did a pop-up show. So I ended up going to that one. And oh my God, this had 12,000 views. Okay, so apparently I filmed them performing Slow Motion, which was that Marshmallow song that was new. That had 12,000 views. Played Like It's Christmas. That's hundreds. And then Love Me to Heaven was also a new one that had come out. That one had, 15,000 views. Look at that. If only we could monetize these things. We cannot. We have no money.
Didn't they change the policy? Before it was okay, no?
Not for using their footage. So we can only monetize our things, but because we put everything on the same channel instead of separating our episodes from that, then that's why. Anyway, so that was Love Me to Heaven. Then they covered the Cranberries' Dreams. So we had a bunch of videos from their 20th anniversary show. So can go check those out. Then after that, then we had an episode where we talked about the pop-up and the Massey Hall thing. Then next up was announced that the boy band Five was reuniting. So that was very exciting for me. I was very pumped. And then we're like, but then we found out that they were only reuniting in the UK. So we're like, well, that sucks for us because we do not live in the UK. Spoiler alert, I did go, and I will talk about this later on in the episode. But so all 5 members of Five, it was 20 21 or 23 years since all 5 have been together, because they had a big falling out, and there's been various moments where like 3 or 4 of them would get back together, but they got everybody back, including Jay. Jay was the last one to get back. Abs came back. Sean, Rich, and Scott do a lot of stuff together anyways, the 3 of them. So yeah, so that was very exciting news in the British boy band world. So that was, I guess, February, I think. Then we had another Backstreet Boys updates episode. Let me see if there was any interesting updates here. The boys were on a NASCAR. Brian's son Bailey was on American Idol. Nick had a new single, and more. I can't remember which single that was. But Sophia, to confirm your thing, yes, these new blue things beside our names are new, because back then it was gray. So I don't know why it's blue now. Today's episode.
Okay, good. I'm glad I wasn't going crazy. I was like, why is it like
not
this?
crazy? So,
all right.
Yeah. So we're just go back to this guy. Okay, so that was February, March-ish.
And see, like, I got a haircut obviously in February, because that's what I do on my birthday weekend / week. And now my hair is so long after.
Yeah, your hair grows so fast.
I know, right?
Yeah, mine is so damaged. It's like, whatever. Okay, so then our next episode, it was talking about JonasCon 2025 and the Jonas Brothers. So this was an event that they did in New Jersey that we kind of debated going, and then determined we did not want to go to the States, and also it was too far. But it was basically a free event at a mall. They had a lot of Jonas-y things going on. They had performances. They had other things.
What was it called again? The American Mall. Something.
The Mall of America, I think, or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so that was one of the things, yeah. All right, so then next up we had Kevin Richardson, Brian Littrell. Oh, we talked about when Kevin and Brian were inducted into the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame, which is something that we had gone to well before the podcast started.
Yeah.
This was many years ago. So we were kind of like...
This is at a time when I think also not many things in our area was going on, or in the US. I don't think we wanted to go that far anyways. So we're like, yes, let's do this. We haven't talked about this in a while.
Yeah, so I had found like an old program from it, and then we kind of just like chatted about that. Then a documentary came out called The Carters Hurts to Love You. So this one
very
was
sad.
Soleil Moon Frye did this together with Angel, was the main person
from
in
Sabrina
it.
the Teenage Witch. I remember her from that.
Yes. Yeah. So
although she's also from Punky
Brewster and stuff. So yeah, so she did. So she's
and then that actually came out one season on Paramount Plus.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it got canceled after one season.
Oh, that I have Paramount Plus still because I keep forgetting to cancel it. I should check it out. Anyway, so that was a really good documentary. Really sad. Found a lot more information about their childhood that perhaps we didn't know too much about what the parents were doing and things like that. So to have like Angel talk about it and other like family friends and stuff, that was very interesting to see. So obviously,
because for majority of it, we've already knew because we lived it, right? Like we saw like what Aaron was doing on Twitter and like what was going on when they did the restraining order.
Yeah, and
we already knew about that, right? Yeah, but the family dynamics we didn't really know too much. Although we watched the Carters, like the reality show.
The reality show, yeah, and then that's like reality show. So how much of that is whatever? So
right, but this was like really a little eye opening, a little bit as well, like and it's, how badly Angel wanted like a family, right? So her family became her friends, and then she saw like how a family could be.
Yeah, because their family was messed up, and the parents were doing their own things, and exploiting Aaron and Nick, and all that other stuff, and then like Leslie and BJ's drug problems, and all that. So it was a very sad documentary, but it was also like, it was good. I don't know. It was
I
well
feel like
done.
it was a message of hope as well at the end, because at least Angel and Nick got out and were able to
create their own families and have their own
break the cycle of how their family was kind of thing.
Yes, for sure. So if you want to check that out. It's a good documentary. Then we had an episode where we just did some boy band updates and some old O-Town quizzes, because we were like, do we know O-Town that much? Like we do and we don't.
And we surprised ourselves because we did very well on these quizzes.
We did. We were surprisingly really well. It said on today's episode, we chat about boy band updates like New Kids on the Block, Vegas. Oh yeah, I forgot. New Kids on the Block also went to Vegas. They're there.
Yes, and then they added more dates as well. New Kids on the Block, I think, for next year.
Yes, and I think there's one weekend where the Backstreet Boys and New Kids on the Block are in Vegas and Hilary Duff, and it's just like, it's going to be a millennial.
I believe it's February, no?
I think it's the February dates. Yeah, I think it's like around the Valentine's Day ones.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You go to Backstreet Boys, then you go to New Kids on the Block, then you go to Hilary Duff.
Yes, because I find normally when we go to like Vegas for Backstreet Boys, we'll just go to multiple shows because we're there of the Backstreet Boys. But I feel like if we were there during this time period, wouldn't mind going to see New Kids the one day and Hilary the other day and stuff. That Hilary Duff concert sold out insanely fast because she hasn't toured.
She's very popular,
and her Toronto show like sold out like within seconds. It was crazy, but
I think that's a small venue as well, though. That's probably why it sold out.
And I feel like they figure, it's probably, we don't know if it's going to be demand or whatever. We're going to do just 4 countries or 4 dates, and then it was like, just kidding. Went nuts, but also this year Nick Carter released his latest solo album, Love Life Tragedy. That's right. I totally remember whatever the hell I call it. Who am I? Whatever. Anyways, yes. So Love Life Tragedy.
Who I Am. Remember Who I Am?
Yes, Who I Am. Who I Am is correct. Yes. So
remember, because his jacket, always remember in the back of his jacket is WIA, Who I Am.
And then I said to Sophia, what the fuck does WIA stand for? And she's like, Who I Am? This is the Who I Am tour? And I was like, oh my God, I'm so dumb. But yes.
It's all good. Sometimes you don't know the acronyms. It's all good.
I just, sometimes I pay attention, sometimes I don't. Okay, so then we bought Kara's book, which was very helpful to us this year. It's called Boy Bands Ultimate Trivia Book. So that is our first foray of testing ourselves, was episode.
And I believe we did very well on this trivia as well. Like for certain bands, like New Edition, I think we guessed pretty good.
I feel like we did. And then I remember that we actually did a New Edition episode years ago, but also good for us for somehow subconsciously retaining some of that knowledge.
Exactly.
Then we had Joe Jonas actually also released a solo album this year, and it is called Music for the People Who Believe in Love. So we did that album review as well. Joe Jonas. And then we are suddenly in June, and we had more boy band updates. So let's see if I wrote in the comments what these ones were about. All right, so on this, with episode 332, Boy Band Updates June 2025, it says, it's officially summer, so things are heating up in the boy band world. I'm such an idiot. We have some updates for you. Chatting about Backstreet Boys Vegas after parties and how he eats, 98 Degrees at the CNE, Joe Bro tour date changes, and more. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. There was some sort of thing in which they had to move like 6 of their shows to, I think it was, were they smaller venues?
Yeah, smaller venues because they weren't selling tickets.
Going well. Yeah. That was interesting.
Although the one at the Rogers Center still stuck.
Yeah. I don't think there was really any other venue to move them to. Sound quality is crap. Ended up going to that one, last minute tickets, and we were in the fucking nosebleeds. Never again. Awful seats. You can't hear anything. You can't see anything. You think you're gonna fucking fall off because you're so steep and up there. So they have this like metal pole for you to hold on to. Oh my god, horrible. Anyways.
Yeah, that's like the Blue Jays. When you go to the Blue Jays, they have the metal thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks. Speaking of Blue Jays, they also, I don't think we're at that point yet, but I just saw it on my thing. They made it to the World Series.
Yeah,
So
it was
lost.
quite the run for our Toronto Blue Jays. Very close to winning. I would say
that
a
stupid
pitch,
fence.
like one pitch, one by inches. We lost by inches.
We did. It was.
I feel like I mourned that for a couple days because we were so close.
I went to a watch party with my mom because we ended up getting free tickets, even though the tickets were only $15. And I cursed the Blue Jays again because the last time that we went to a Jays game was on Canada Day, and I can't remember the year. I want to say like 2019 or something.
I think it was
17, 15.
I think something like that.
And that game went to 19 innings. And we left after the bottom of the 18th, and we're like, this game is never gonna. And that was 1-1 the whole time, and it was awful. And I was like, I will never go. It was like literally like I don't even remember how many hours we were there. 6-7 hours.
We were there like at least 7 hours, and we didn't eat after because we didn't think that.
Concessions.
Yeah, we ate I think we ate for like the lunch. I think we got a hot dog or something.
Yeah, we got a hot dog on.
And they were like, okay, we'll eat later because it shouldn't be that long. And then.
Just kept
funny
going.
for us, like it just kept going.
But did you
and then
know
I think by the time we went on the subway, we were like so hungry and tired and thirsty.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
and then
so
we
bad.
missed the fireworks because by the time we got back, fireworks were. I think we may have got a poutine or something. I don't even know what we got. But anyways, that was. I was like, and I vowed to myself, I will never go to another Jays game again. So then we went to this like watch party thing. And I was like, oh, this is fine. It'll be over at whatever time. And it wasn't. And it kept going. The good part is they gave free popcorn, but like just tiny little bags. So I made it my mission to go around.
But you did get a refill, I heard, no?
It is I don't know. I think you were only allowed one. But I went around and I just got as many. I think I made it up to like 9 or 10 bags of popcorn. Like I was just.
Well, it was a long game.
And I got a bag and then I put them and I was just going to other places. And I was just like, yeah, this is and then we left because we're like, we're going to miss the train. And then the last train was delayed. And then we didn't get home till 3:00 in the morning, right seconds after the Jays lost. And I was just like, this is awful. I was like, never again.
Yeah.
And JP sat.
I had to go to sleep because I had to go to work the next day. I stayed up until like 12:30. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. This is the latest I could stay up.
It was not a good plan.
So yeah, but then when I woke up, I found out they lost. I was very sad.
Yep.
But yeah, I think I mourned that. And then I read all the players' wives' posts, and they made me cry because I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know, I felt their like support and love. I don't know, I just felt it.
Those games were so stressful to watch, and I don't even watch baseball, nor do I care about baseball. But I was having like chest pains and I was anxiety from watching this.
I don't know. And then game 7, like the fact that we were so close, I was just like, I can't believe that we lost. Yeah. We're so close. Like if they got blown out, I would have been like, yeah, whatever. But because we were like inches away from a win,
so close.
But yeah, it took me like at least few days to like mourn and then get over it because I couldn't believe it.
So close. Yeah.
Okay.
So
but now I can watch like their videos and stuff because after the loss, I was like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it was very traumatic.
It's like Canada's all depending on you guys, and because that's their only team, and then
and because they won, now we're getting players. They want to come and play for Toronto, which usually is not the case, right?
Well,
but yeah. we signed like 3 players now, and they all have said, yeah, we've all heard from like their friends who are in baseball, and they're like, yeah, Toronto's a great place, and they're all about family, and the organization is great. I was like, yes, bring all the players now to Toronto. Yes, thank you.
For sure.
Sorry, it was just, that was a big deal this year.
That was a big deal this year.
Yeah.
Big deal this for sure. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, continue.
Okay, so back to the boy band timeline. 98 Degrees did a meet and greet at Square One in Mississauga. And then I also went to go see them in Niagara Falls because Alan got me tickets. So yeah, so that's where I got, this I bought in the mail, and they had sent it out to everybody except for the Canadians. So then we were like screwed for the longest time. And then finally they're like, okay, yes, we'll send it to you guys. And then they're like, oh, just kidding. Now they're going to do a meet and greet in Mississauga. So I was like, okay. So me and my friend Leslie ended up going. I got my 98 Degrees Play for Keeps game signed. I'm not going to take it off the shelf because I feel like it might injure me because
it's all good.
There's a lot of stuff on the shelf.
If you go back to the 98 Degrees review of that, you will see it if you watch it again.
Yes. So anyway, so that game, so we got it signed. That was good because I had already had Jeff sign it previously at a 90s con, and then made the other guy sign it, and then they also signed my CD as well because I figured, why not?
That was a great, I remember that experience where we went to see Jeff, and you were like, I met you at the LA for Aaron's memorial, and you're like, yeah, I waved to you, but you ignored me.
I don't know.
I was like, I would never do that.
When I see you.
I was just so funny. And then I was like, yeah, Jeff, you like walked right into that because he had said something and you're like, yeah, you ignore me all the time.
So true. But what's funny is that I saw 98 Degrees at the Square One thing. And then I believe it was like the next day or the day, a couple days. Then I saw them perform in Niagara Falls, and that was like far back. I was chair dancing for part of it because nobody was standing up, and then I got up and danced and whatever. But then I also saw Chris in O-Town, so I was like, let's the whole boy band symphony team have all made it up to Canada. Let's get them back to do it this time. So they saw
in Toronto this time.
That would be fantastic. So then I went to the Pop 2000 show at Casino Rama. Had a Chris meet and greet. That was entertaining. We had shots with Chris. So he gave us little shot glass. You cannot see this. I love how I'm trying to like show you by covering it from. Anyways, it's his autograph is printed on the shot glass. So yeah, that was fun. Ran into my friend Rula again and met some other friends there. So that was cool. They had no merch or anything because when you come to Canada, sometimes it's easier not to do it because you can't declare it over the border. It's a whole big scuff. But anyways, that was that. Then we did an album review for the Millennium 2.0 album because that came out, but there was only like one new song, I think.
Yeah, it was one new song, but then it was like the older versions of songs were officially on the album. And then No Goodbyes, I Want It That Way, No Goodbyes. The original version that they decided not to use because they thought the other one was better. The one that we have now is better. But they put this one on the album. Hardcore fans already had the No Goodbyes, but now this is officially on the album.
So there you go.
So we just went through it. We were like, we just talked about it. And then I think I showed and shared like the differences between the original Millennium album. And
the albums, yes. You had the albums.
Yeah, and then the 2.0, yeah.
Alrighty. So then after that, we had our happy 7-year anniversary to Boy Band Break. And we had our special guest of Lydia, who I really stopped this at a really interesting. Sophia looks fine. Lydia's like, woo, and I'm like, rah. Anyway, so we had Lydia on. We were just kind of catching up because she's had a very big year of VTubing and been very busy. So that's why she hasn't been on the podcast. And then we also played some trivia with Kara's book. if I recall correctly, did we not all tie on this? I think we did.
I think yes.
Shared. But yeah, so good to know that we still have some random boy band knowledge. So that was 3 months ago. Then we had 98 Degrees Full Circle album review. I freaking love this album, guys. Like, it is so good. And I know, again, it's not like it's a full album because there's only, 5 new songs? Stranger Things.
I think it was 5 or 6 new songs, right?
Got You, Same Mistake, Tremble, Mona Lisa. So, yeah, 5 new songs. Love Tremble.
5.
Love it. Love Got You. Those are my 2 favorites of this one. Mona Lisa.
Yeah, I thought it was some new good songs, some really new good songs. They did a good job with the new ones.
Great job. I don't know if I don't think I ended up talking about this, but then I ended up going to see 98 Degrees at the CNE. And before that, I went to go see 98 Degrees at a winery with Josh because I had Josh win tickets. And it was about an hour away. So that one, I made my way to front row because,
that's how you roll.
That is how I roll. Everyone was sitting down. I was like, this drives me nuts when people sit down at concerts. I get it. 98 Degrees is more of a calmer boy band than like Backstreet Boys and Sync, things like that. O-Town. But like also they still have pop songs. So then I kind of made my way there. I had some signs.
I don't know. At a concert, you shouldn't be sitting at a concert. I feel like you should be up regardless of what band it is.
Like the only one that we went to that I was kind of like, should we be standing or not? In most recent years was the boy band symphony. Cause we're like, it's a symphony show. So everyone was kind of like, I don't know. And then like, I think it was Eric was like, get up, please. Like, this is like.
Yeah, he's like, no, I think it was Chris.
It was probably Chris. I feel like Chris is just.
Chris was like, I know this is a new show for us and people are not sure, but yes, get up off your feet and dance.
Because it was more like
up. Because it's high energy singing still.
Yeah, it wasn't like a la, 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 la. Like it was like an upbeat with had an orchestra behind it, right? So I got.
It was really good. I really enjoyed that experience.
Yeah, it was good. So so basically this was summer of 98 Degrees. So then I saw them at Fallsview. I saw them with Alan. I saw them at this winery with Josh, and then I saw them again at the CNE. With Diane because I got free tickets to go see the football game. So I was just like, I didn't have to pay at all. Yeah. So I almost went for a 4-time to go see them in Detroit when I came back from my trip. But then I was not feeling well and there was a blizzard. So I decided not to go. Highly regretting that. I know one of our friends got pulled up on stage for that one. So that's cool. I'm happy she got a serenade. But anyways, that was good. So good 98 Degrees year. Good album. Really enjoyed it. A lot of people shitting on 98 Degrees this year because, they do some medleys of some other musicians. And then people are like, oh, I want to see the Backstreet Boys. Like, we have the Backstreet Boys at home. And it's like 98 Degrees. And they're very talented. They're just
yes. Okay. Yeah. Not good to shit on them. But come on. It was a funny meme. It was fun.
It was very funny. Yes, it was funny.
Yeah. But they're good guys. Drew and Jeff are nice. We've had the most experiences with them.
Yes.
Although this year you had one with Nick now. So.
And I've got a lot of Justin love this year too. Oh, I did. And I ran into Justin after the Niagara Falls one because he was coming out of the bar and I ended up taking a picture with him. So yeah. So
see, look at you.
Forgot about that. Speaking of things I forgot about and people have asked about it, Hanson, I will come to you. I filmed that when they were in Hamilton on October 2nd. So what ended up happening? So I know people were hoping for a full review of the Hanson show, and I apologize in advance that did not happen because Lydia and I were not there for the entire concert. So what ended up happening is I was waiting to the last minute to buy tickets. We ended up having a pair of tickets left over from work that they couldn't use, that somebody couldn't use. So then I said, oh yeah, I'll take it for sure. But then my aunt was like, we're doing a party for your cousin today if we're having dinner. And we're like, okay. And then Lydia's like, we can do both. It's fine. So we ended up like going to this dinner. And because Lydia.
Yes, but also it was a podcast recording day as well. And we could only do one.
We did.
One episode.
That's right. We did record an episode.
Yeah, we could only record one because you had to go.
That's what was the third thing. So basically, I went from work, went straight to Lydia's house. The three of us recorded our 8th annual boy band fantasy draft. Then we rushed over for this dinner thing. Then the dinner ended up running late. And then because Lydia hasn't seen our cousins in a while because she's been so busy this year, we ended up talking more. And then we're just like, okay. And then our other cousin who lives near the venue was like, can you drive me home? And we're like, sure, we're going down there anyways. So we went to go do that. And then we got stuck in massive traffic because there was like an accident or construction or so anyways, long story. And then we ran over to the venue. Long story, extremely short. We ended up only seeing like the last 45 minutes of the concert. So the concert was well over halfway done by the time we got there. Our seats were pretty far back for Cinzia's liking. And as much as I love Hanson, and they were like my first like big boy bandy thing, is that they I haven't been keeping up to date with their latest albums. So they had like a lot of other songs that I did not know. And you know me, I like to sing along and interact and things like that. So there was a really good song. Oh, I wish I could remember it. I feel like there was like a gesture that people were doing. It was a good song. I really enjoyed that song. And the couple of like, they sound great. They did great. They're on stage. So where I was looking ahead. And there was an aisle and people were just kind of like getting closer because we were probably like 20-ish rows back. We're like near the end of the floor before you go to the balcony. So Lydia's like, I'm fine because I hate people and I don't want to be around germs and stuff. So she was fine there. I'm like, okay, well, let me at least go to the aisle. So then I was there and then I noticed that people were kind of like going up more. And I was like, she's like, I don't want to get closer. I will stay here. You go do whatever you want to do. And I was like, okay. So I was observing like the other seats because this is what I do. And I found that there was 2 aisle seats that nobody was in. I think I had actually looked it up ahead of time. Anyway, nobody was there. So I just moved and stood there. So I was much closer. So I was like, okay, this is good. But then I saw other people like in the walkway, like near the stage. And I was like, and they weren't being told to go anywhere. So then I just casually walked my way up there. So basically I made it to about 5th row because like that's where they had like security to make sure people didn't go up. Because fair enough, people paid money for these. It was seated event. It wasn't general admission. So then I just kind of like put myself there against the wall and just casually stood there for the last couple of songs. And they finished with I Will Come to You. So I have that up on here so you can watch that if you want. So as you can see, I definitely got much closer than I was previously because I was really fun.
That's good.
So, and like Hanson fans were very chill. I was like, this is not like the Hanson concerts back in the day where people were like, well, like whatever. So that was good. So then after that, we had our 8th annual boy band fantasy draft. So that happened.
Which Sophia won?
Sophia did win. It was close. Was it close this year?
No, I wasn't close this year.
But I kind of learned how to use Instagram. So next year, I'm going to learn how to use Instagram earlier in the week so I can help with the things. But yes, Sophia's team has won again. So
because people know who the best boy banders are.
Really? Do you remember who was on your team, Sophia?
I think I remember most of them. Okay. Nick Carter, Donnie Wahlberg, Eric Michael Estrada, Trevor Pennick.
Yeah.
I forget the 5th one.
You're missing one from NSYNC.
Who did I pick from NSYNC? Chris, no, that's yours.
Nope. You had JC.
Joey.
No, you had JC.
Oh, JC.
So
okay.
This year's team, I had.
So I remember 4 out of 5, right? I remember 4 out of 5.
Did. There you go.
Okay.
My team was the Fun Boys posse. I had Chris from NSYNC, as always. I had Joe Jonas. I had Jeff Timmons, AJ, and Lance. Lydia had the Soda Pop Boys, which was Andrew Choi is the voice actor of Junie in the K-pop Demon Hunters. Very specific. She also had Kevin from the Backstreet Boys.
Because they're a big deal.
K-pop Demon Hunters
around that time. It was a big deal. Like that song Golden, that's such a good song.
It is a good song. I love when they make like fake bands and the band songs are actually really good.
Yes. Remember the movie we watched, Red? And then the boy band in that movie was really good. Their one song was really good.
Yes. Oh, what the hell was that song? I know which song you're talking about, but yes, that was a good song. Yes. So Lydia had that. Kevin, Ashley from O-Town, Joey Fatone, and Nick Lachey. And then we had the Lubot 5000, which was our other choice. So we had Mark from Westlife, Kevin Jonas, Jordan Knight, Drew Lachey, and John Knight. There has been some suggestions from people that we allow, instead of doing the Lubot, maybe we get one of our listeners to come in and put their choices. So maybe that we might do that differently next year. I'm not sure. But
yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a fun idea to involve people. Okay, so that was that. Then Sophia and I went on our road trip, flight trip, planes, trains, automobiles type thing to see Nick Carter's Love Life Tragedy in Chicago. And that was on Canadian Thanksgiving weekend. So October 11th and 12th.
Yes. And a week before was the 1-year anniversary of seeing Nick Carter as well in Niagara Falls.
So Nick likes to come to us in the fall. Apparently.
Right? It was Toronto, Niagara Falls, I think.
Toronto, Niagara Falls, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a one year
1 year anniversary from the last time we saw him.
Yes.
So I'm glad that we're still kind of able to see Nick like at least once a year. I feel like that's good too.
Yes, because we need to see him.
We do. And that was really fun. I got to I got to convince Justin to let me help with the VIPs.
Yes. Can I just say it was a blessing in disguise that we didn't get VIP for the first day because our flight was delayed until I think 12:30 or 1 o'clock.
Our flight was delayed. It kept getting pushed back. And at one point I'm like, do I just drive us now? But then I don't want to because I'm tired. But yeah, so that was a fun event. We hung out with some awesome girls. Laura and Chrissy. And then, those are our pictures that we got. So that was really good. We had that was a fun weekend for sure, minus the sketchiness of the hotel and other.
But we really weren't there much. It was mostly to sleep.
That's true.
And shower.
And thank God we were able to get a ride to, and we had a lot of Wahlburgers that weekend. That was fun. There's Justin.
We went to St. Charles, Illinois, which is where Donnie and Jenny live.
Yep.
And that's where they got married at the hotel that we were doing VIP in.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like the way that things worked out.
The city is very cute. There was lots of photo ops that we did. It was very enjoyable.
Yeah, that was fun. So if you want to check out
and then we went to the original New Kids on the Block Clubhouse and had all these fun memorabilia in there. I loved it.
Cool stuff. There was a lot of
cool photos. And also the Blue Bloods table from their the dinner scene that they always do. So and then we were able to get a photo at the table, sitting at the table. So that was cool.
Very cool. There was a lot there was so many cool things that happened. That was
we had a lot of fun.
Weekend, very fun. Yes, we had a lot of fun.
And then I was able to make it home in time to have Thanksgiving dinner. It was great.
Definitely, that worked out.
Thank you, Cinzia, for driving.
No problem. Sorry that I was feeling like garbage and tired.
It's all good. Very stressed out driving. I know that already, so I'm just trying to minimize the damage.
It was fine. You're fine. I just feel like if our hotel wasn't so shit, I probably would have got more sleep the entire weekend. So then maybe it would have been. it wouldn't have mattered. We never sleep during.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was fun. So that was.
It was good. It was a great experience. Always a lot of fun. Going to see Nick.
It's always a good time. All right. So then our next episode, we're almost caught up to real time. So our episode 340, we talked about more boy band updates, including BSB/Taylor Swift mashup. Oh yeah, that was fun when that girl.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was good. It was with the Elizabeth Taylor and everybody. Was that?
Yeah, Elizabeth Taylor and everybody's Backstreet's band.
Okay. AJ was on the Jennifer Hudson show. The Jonas Brothers were at the World Series.
Yes, AJ was talking about his album, and then that's when we found out that they're re-releasing A Very Backstreet Christmas with the 2 songs we already have, but it was on Spotify, so that's why they did that. And then we got It's Christmas Time Again back on Spotify, so you can use it on Instagram Music when you do Reels. I know that because I use It's Christmas Time Again on a Reel this year. So it was very exciting to have it.
Sorry. Yes.
That's okay. And then also that's when AJ talked about he'll have 6 songs or his EP coming out on November 27th and then January 9th, the rest of the album. And he was talking about those kinds of things. And then the Sphere shows he's talked about as well.
Yes. Yeah, so that's a good one. So if you want to hear about that. O-Town also. I love how this is like one of our newest episodes and I've already forgot half of these updates. O-Town released Making the Band on YouTube. So maybe that's something to watch over the break. And more. And then we also said that Nick was going to Rhode Island, but then he ended up canceling that one. So he didn't go to that.
And then we updated the updates. And then those became kind of wrong because, or not wrong, they were outdated because we forgot about this episode. And then I was like, Cinzia, I think we forgot about this episode. We didn't upload it yet.
Well, fun fact, Lydia had uploaded it, but I did not make it live on YouTube. But apparently, with whatever date that she had put, it was already live if you listen to us. So some of our listeners, I think Allison said that she had already listened to it like 2 weeks prior when it was up. Because when we put it on Spotify, you can put like a date on there and then it just automatically starts playing it that day. So I think Lydia had just already scheduled it like 2 weeks in advance. So that was out. So we did have people. So we weren't 100% behind. Just the YouTube people were behind. So apologies for
okay.
that.
Okay.
So
I thought it was like,
some people heard it in a timely manner. Other people did not. So,
well, everyone heard it officially 2 weeks later.
That's true. That's true. So that's Boy Band November Updates 2025 Part 2. Because I also called it November Updates. And then Sophia's like, that is what the other one was called. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, Part 2 it is then. We didn't put it in until December. So basically, we recorded this before I went to England to see Five. We talked about the Very Jonas Christmas movie and soundtrack that was coming out. We talked about the Nick Jonas brunch announcement, which was the Vegas one. We talked about Backstreet Boys Christmas re-release, Nick doing the Grove tree lighting, AJ releasing the album, and me going to England to see Five. So those are all things that we talked about. I was going to do a Five recap, but I feel like right now it's probably too late. So I'm going to save that for a future episode because I feel like I would probably have because we're already at 1 hour and 13. So
okay, yeah, and maybe you're coughing a little bit too, so maybe you feel like you won't be able to talk a lot.
Talk as much.
Yeah, no, I get it for sure.
Okay, so here's another thing. This was one of the things I was looking. I'll just give you a quick update here. That like I have like this 5 tour book that I have not actually looked at.
Ooh,
and
so
a bunch of
nice.
other cool things. But it was a very fun, like it was a very short trip to England. Very fun trip to England. Highlights include all you can eat cheese, obviously seeing Five, and then I got to go see the Hunger Games on stage. So we'll talk about that in the new year because again, as Sophia's saying, I'm kind of losing my voice right now. But super awesome trip. Had a great time. I would gladly go back to England again. It was really cool to go to the O2 Arena. And I did end up touching abs. Abs touched my hand. Oh, what I was going to say is that Gina and I tried to break the rules and it backfired on us. Should I just leave it at that, or should I give you what the actual thing was for?
Stay tuned to find out next year what happens.
Remind me to tell people about that, but then that'll give me a thing to do. Anyway, so that's basically where we're at now. And then last week's episode was the one that we just recorded, hence why we're wearing the same clothes. We talked about the Jonas Brothers Christmas movie. We talked about Nick's Sunday brunch. And we talked about some of our favorite Christmas songs of boy bands. That was last week's episode. This week's episode. Last week's, yes. Whatever.
We made it Christmassy. We made it Christmassy after a while.
Yes. And I what else did we talk about? I feel like it was Christmassy music and
Christmassy music, the Jonas Christmas movie.
And the songs, and then the brunch. Yeah, okay, yeah.
And the brunch.
Anyway, so there you go. So that is what we've been up to in 2025. Some of the things we remembered, some of the things we did not.
Here's hoping there's more fun adventures next year in 2026.
I find that
whatever you may be doing in the new year or the New Year's Eve, be safe and have fun.
Yes, and if you're out and about, there's a few boy bands doing New Year's Eve things. So you got your Backstreet Boys in Vegas doing their New Year's Eve show at the Sphere. If you are looking to see the Jonas Brothers, they will be in Florida. They're in Jacksonville on the 30th, but then on the 31st, they're in the Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood, Florida, which is kind of closer to Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. They're also doing a show there, including there was like some meet and greet, like sound check things with that one. So that was pretty cool. If you're going to that, and if you're not going to that, but you want to watch it, if you have a Samsung device, they're streaming the shows for free, but only for Samsung users. So it has to be either a phone, a tablet, or I was going to say a computer. I don't think they have computers. TV. So if you have one of those, you can stream the Jonas Brothers. And if you don't want to do either of those boy bands, I should not have worded it that way because who doesn't want to do the boy band? Okay, anyways. If you're looking for another boy band experience at a lower cost and you happen to be in the Florida area, Cape Coral, I believe, is the city, I believe. Pop 2000 is going to be there. So we got Chris from NSYNC and we got O-Town, probably Brad from LFO. I'm assuming Ryan Cabrera. But yes, if you want to go check that out, that is, sorry, I totally have just drawn a blank, but I believe it is Cape Coral. Oh, they've started.
Well, that will be fun. So many fun options.
New Year's Eve celebration. So that is where they're going to be, and that is a free event. So if you're there, go check it out. And if not, if you're at home having a party or going out somewhere else, hope you have a very happy New Year and have a great time and stay safe.
Yes, and here's to a wonderful 2026.
Woo! See how they make 2026 glasses for they always make like the different ones.
They'll probably just do like a 2026.
Like the 6 maybe will be.
Yeah, probably at the end, right?
Either eye. Who knows?
Probably.
Can't believe this year has flown by, guys.
Or above, I guess above it.
I wonder if I can just look up.
I know, the year has flown by so quick. It was just the summer. And now look, we are in winter.
That's how it goes. All right, let's see what we got here.
they just creep up on us there.
They just creep up. Some of these glasses are not good. But yes. I guess you can look through one eye and not the other. I have no idea. Good old 2026 glasses.
That's funny.
That is certainly a thing. Anyways, on that note, thanks for breaking. Oh my gosh. Thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
Until next time, hopefully in the new year, we'll figure it out.
I should really just write it down and just put it there. Should I go to the next time? Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye. Happy New Year.